5 reasons to visit the magnificent Komodo National Park. But before we start, please support us by pressing like and subscribe buttons. Also turn on the bell notification to get the latest updates. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you. Located between the islands of Sumbawa and Flores in the East Nusa Tenggara province, sits the vast and impressive Komodo National Park. The Komodo National Park encompasses a total of 29 volcanic islands, including the 3 major islands Rinca, Padar, and Komodo, and is home to approximately 2,500 Komodo dragons and other terrestrial fauna such as various species of reptiles, birds, and mammals. The park's terrain is uniquely diverse, consisting of a mountainous hillside, tropical rain forests, grass woodland savanna, and pristine white sandy beaches that harbor rich marine biodiversity. The marine environment in the Komodo National Park is one of the world's richest in flora and fauna and is still relatively undiscovered. The 2,000 square kilometers park, which includes protected land and water, is recognized as a global conservation priority area and has an array of natural attractions. For the first-time travelers to this wonderful piece of Indonesia, here are 10 tips to help you explore this great national park. The Komodo dragons. Approximately reaching 3 meters in length and weighing over 70 kilograms, the Komodo dragon, or otherwise known as Varanus komodoensis, is the world's largest lizard and reptile. The dragons are identified by their massive size, flat heads, bowed legs, long thick tails, and fork-shaped tongues. Komodos can run and swim up to 20 kilometers per hour and have an excellent vision where it can see objects from 300 m away. A fierce predator, these reptiles are carnivores and can eat 80% of their weight in one feeding. The Komodo can consume very large prey such as water buffalo, deer, carrion, pigs, and even humans. It has a unique way of killing by biting its prey, especially when it is a large water buffalo, surrounding it in a group, then wait patiently until the poison in its saliva has slowly killed its victim, after which it completely shreds apart and devoured with bones and all. If the prey escapes, it will usually die within 24 hours due to the poisoning of the blood that comes from the venomous and bacteria-ridden saliva. Only found in the world within the Komodo National Park and the surrounding Flores Island, these Jurassic and majestic creatures are the park's star attraction. Although awesome to see, visitors are urged to keep a distance and exercise caution. Always be accompanied by a ranger and follow all the ranger's instructions when in the proximity to these dangerous lizards, although they may look pretty docile. Climate and geography. The climate in the Komodo National Park is one of the driest in Indonesia. The national park experiences little to no rainfall for approximately 8 months of the year and is heavily impacted by monsoonal rains. Daily temperatures during the dry season between May to October average around 40. Due to this dry climate, the land is rough with stony hills and plant species are limited to grass, shrubs, orchids, and trees. In contrast, the marine area has a rich and colorful landscape. The national park falls within the Asia-Pacific Coral Triangle and is full of a variety of seagrass beds, colorful coral reefs, and dense mangrove forests. Land and marine fauna. Aside from the magnificent Komodo dragon, the Komodo National Park is the habitat of various other land and sea creatures. Visitors can witness these intriguing animals roaming freely in their natural outdoor settings. Terrestrial fauna that can be found here includes a diversity of reptiles, mammals, and birds. This includes, but isn't limited to 12 snake species, 9 lizard species, various frogs, the Timor deer, the main prey of the Komodo, horses, water buffaloes, wild boars, the endemic Rinca rat, fruit bats, the orange-footed scrub fowl and over 40 species of birds. The marine fauna is astonishingly diverse and includes over 1,000 fish species, 70 types of sponges, 10 types of dolphins, 6 types of whales, dugongs, green turtles and various types of sharks, huge manta rays, stingrays, marine reptiles and crustaceans and occasionally migrating whales. Dynamic diving sites. Komodo National Park conveniently sits in the heart of the Asia-Pacific Coral Triangle and is home to one of the world's richest marine environments. Divers, scientists, and photographers from around the world come to this national park to experience the astonishing biodiversity which can be found in one of the many dive sites, the larger islands of Rinca, Komodo, and Pedar, together with the smaller islands that surround them, make up at least 100 world-class dive sites. The area is famous for its fierce currents, riptides, and whirlpools which bring in rich nutrients from the depths of the Indian Ocean to create ideal conditions for thousands of species of tropical fish and corals to flourish. Diving sites range from challenging blue water current dives with a chance of glimpsing manta rays, sharks, and dugongs, to low-visibility muck dives where divers can discover rare invertebrate closer shore. Diving in the Komodo National Park will bring you to the heart of the most dynamic marine environments in the world. Because of the strong currents that can carry divers right into the wide-open Indian Ocean, as well as the huge sea mammals passing here, visitors are strongly advised to engage reputable and experienced diving operators and avoid those that lack basic safety measures. Hiking up Pedar Island. The breathtakingly beautiful landscape on Pedar Island is second to none. This island is the perfect place for a scenic hike and spectacular photos. As you ascend one of the many grassy hills, you will be swept away by the surrounding gorgeous green, white, and blue hues. The vantage point from the tallest peak will give you a stunning view of 4 crescent-shaped sparkling beaches and an abundance of photos to make your family and friends green with envy. A hike up the main peak of this mountain will approximately take 2 to 3 hours. Be prepared and bring comfortable shoes, clothing, water, and sunscreen as the sun can get scorching hot. National parks are places for preserving biodiversity that can be visited as tourist attractions. There are many national parks in Indonesia, one of which is the Komodo National Park. This national park has 3 large islands, namely Komodo Island, Rinca Island, and Pedar Island. In addition, there are also small islands such as Gili Matang Island and Nusa Code Island. This national park has become Indonesia's mainstay tourist destination. However, since the pandemic, the number of visitors to this national park has decreased by 76%. This is due to the large-scale social restriction, PSBB, policy and the closure of activities to prevent the transmission of COVID-19. Komodo National Park history. This national park has its own history. According to an explanation at ksdae.menlhk.go.id, Komodo Park is the oldest national park in Indonesia. This area was established on March 6, 1980 with an area of 173,000 hectares. Komodo National Park has received several international awards. Among them are Man and Biosphere Reserve in 1977, World Heritage Site in 1991, and the new 7 Wonder of Nature in 2011. This area is a habitat for rare animals, namely Komodo dragons. Based on data in 2018, the number of Komodo dragons in this national park is approximately 2,872 individuals. So do not be surprised if the most famous place from this area is the Komodo Island. The beauty of Komodo Island. Komodo Island is located in the province of East Nusa Tenggara. This mainstay tourist destination has its own charm. Some of the beauties that you can enjoy while visiting this place include 1. Biodiversity. According to the explanation in ksdae.menlhk.go.id, this national park area has several species of animals and plants. Besides being famous as a place for Komodo dragons to live, this area also has 277 other species that live in it. The fauna in this place comes from Asia and Australia. There are 32 mammals, 128 birds, and 37 reptiles. In addition, there are also 25 land animals and birds which are included in protected animals because their numbers and distribution are limited. Some of the unique animals that live on this island include the small yellow-crested cockatoo, blue-white leopard pit viper, giant manta rays, and wild horses. The ecosystem in Komodo Island is also very diverse, ranging from seagrass ecosystems, mangrove forests, and coral reefs. 2. Best diving spots. The beauty of other Komodo Island tours can also be seen from its underwater wealth. In the kemenparekraf.go.id website, Komodo Island is even called the best diving spot. This area is the heart of the Asia-Pacific coral reefs, so it's no wonder it has beautiful underwater views. According to data from ksdae.menlhk.go.id, there are approximately 253 coral reefs and 1,000 species of fish that make underwater biodiversity more complete. 3. Shops. This tourist spot is known to have a stone palace in the water called Toko Toko. This stone palace can be found at a depth of 7 meters below sea level. 4. Samsia Stone. It has been explained previously that this island is the best dive spot. There are several favorite dive spots for tourists. Batu Samsia is a favorite dive point. At this point you can walk along the waterways and can interact with turtles, sharks, and various other fish. 5. Crystal Rock. The next favorite point for divers is Crystal Rock. This point is at a depth of 5 meters above sea level. You can find frogfish, barramundi cod, parrotfish, and many other types of fish. 6. Pink Beach. Another charm of Komodo Island is the pink sandy beach or pink beach. The pink color is due to the crushed coral flakes mixed with the beach sand. Access to Komodo Island tourism. To get to this tourist location you can use air, sea, and land transportation, or a combination of all three. To be clear, the following is a description of the route. Air transport. You can use a plane from Denpasar to Labuan Bajo. Then you can continue your journey by ferry to the Komodo Island area. Water transportation. If you want to use sea transportation, then you can choose a departure from Tanjung Benoa, Bali, then to Labuan Bajo. From that place, you will go to Komodo Island by ferry. Land transportation. If you want to use land transportation, you can use a bus from Denpasar to Labuan Bajo. Then continue the journey by ferry to Komodo Island.